Hey YouTube, it's Kari, your sidekick, and today we're playing Kill Confirmed on Retreat. This is one of my favorite maps because I mostly like the colors and it's a good medium-sized map. I'm using the Bal 27, which I feel like stands for Balanced 27 because it seems like it's a pretty balanced gun. I don't know if that's what it stands for or not though, but it's one of the most common guns in the game. You see it used a lot, so I don't generally use it that much, mostly because I don't like to be like everyone else, and while it is a good gun, I don't know, it's not my favorite gun, but I do alright with it, and I don't generally run assault rifles in this game. At least from my whole entire first Prestige, I really didn't run assault rifles all that much. I generally like the submachine guns, so this is a pretty good gameplay. Actually, it was my first good gameplay I ever got, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and use it. We do lose somehow, but I went significantly positive, like 23-9 or something like that. But anyway, what I'm going to talk about today is my new computer, because I did say that I went ahead and got a new computer, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of give the overview, the specs of it and everything. Now, I did got to talk for like 8 minutes on a computer, so good thing I'm depressed, because I'm going to try and talk slow and really drag this out for you guys. So, I've needed a new computer for a long time, like way longer than I should have overdone myself on a computer. I generally can get a computer to last like 3 years at most, and I guess that's mainly because I buy laptops, and I usually buy cheap laptops, and they usually last 2-3 years. I've only had two, and both of them have overheated. The first one I had was an HP, which it was, I guess, a decent laptop. I wasn't into computers at the time, so I don't know if it was good, but my parents bought it for me for college, and I was going to school for graphic design, so I know they went to Best Buy and they talked to some salesman, and, you know, he was like, oh yeah, this is a good computer for graphics design, but I never ended up using that computer for graphics design, but I remember it felt pretty slow, so to me it didn't feel like a good computer. And after, I guess, 2 to 3 years, it started overheating and it would just shut itself down, and I think part of the motherboard ended up melting in that one, so got rid of that one. And then I ended up getting like a $500 Dell, like an Inspiron, super cheap. It had 3 gigs of RAM and it had an i3 processor. I mean, it had everything that was slow in it, and it did not meet the minimum specs to record with the Elgato, and I had said that before in some of my videos that I didn't actually have a computer that was even fast enough to record with the Elgato, but I mean, you could, it just wasn't really good. And I used that for a couple years, and honestly, I mean, I didn't see that being much different than the, like, HP one that was supposed to be good. So I was going to go ahead and get another laptop, and I pretty much had it totally narrowed down to the one I was going to get. I mean, I don't know the exact model, but if you go on Best Buy's website and you type in Asus, it's the top Asus laptop that's available right now. It had an i7 processor in it and 8 gigs of RAM, and it was $1,000. And I was thinking, you know, that'd be perfect for me. Pretty much all the programs I run suggest 8 gigs of RAM, so 8 gigs of RAM. And I wanted an i7 processor. I wanted at least an i5 because I had an i3 in the previous computer and I thought it was way too slow. So I wanted to get an i7. But all the YouTubers pretty much have custom-built PCs, so I decided to go ahead and look at that to see, you know, what the price difference would be, to see if it'd be worth it. So I do know a couple people that know how to build PCs, and it's something I would like to learn how to do, but it's definitely not something I could do right now. And everybody I know that can build them was busy, so I went ahead and had CyberpowerPC build one. And for anywhere between like $1,300 to $1,500, I was gonna be able to get one. The one I built right now was $1,300. Plus, I had it built in like 24 hours and after shipping. I mean, it ended up being $1,400. But for me, $400 more is worth it to have a better computer. And from everything that I want to do with video editing, I know I need a desktop. I don't like having a desktop because I just hate it being so stationary. And it's kind of hard to record music on, which is my other hobby. I mean, I can record music on it, but I do like to have my guitar and my drums pretty much right on top of the monitor. And it's not quite as easy as it is with the desktop, with a laptop, so I'll probably end up getting a laptop to do that eventually. And I went ahead and bought a tablet, that way I could still kind of see what I'm streaming on Twitch. And I have 2 monitors, and I mean, I have a pretty cool setup, and I'll probably, you know, show you guys my setup here in a vlog sometime soon. But I'm pretty happy with the computer. The only thing I'm not happy with, the company-wise, is that they forgot a part, and for $1,400, that's just not cool. I actually never complained, only because it was a $26 part. And CyberpowerPC to me doesn't really seem super customer service friendly. I felt like if I called them, they're probably gonna like want me to send it back, and like, no, there's no way. I paid for 3 days shipping, and it took like 5 days, and I paid $100 extra to have it built in 1 day. There was no way I sent the computer back. I was like, whatever. It sucks that they forgot a $26 part on it, which ended up just being a internal network wireless card. But other than that, I'm really happy with it. It powers up really fast. It runs fast. So the specs that I have, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about specs. I knew a basis of what I wanted, but what I ended up getting was, it is an Intel i7 4790K 4 GHz 8 megabit CPU. So I went ahead and got the fastest i7 processor that's on the market right now because I knew I wanted an i7, so I went ahead and got the best one that they had. It was OC Venom certified, which I was thinking about getting an overclocked, but I didn't really know what it did, and I didn't want to pay money for something that I couldn't fully understand what it did, so I didn't do that, but it ended up being the best CPU that they had, at least right now. And then Asus Z97 Maximus 7 Ranger motherboard. I don't know a whole lot about motherboards. I actually really don't know anything about them, except for I've heard from lots of people that Asus makes the best motherboards, and it was a decent price, so I was like, alright, we're going with this one. And then I got NVIDIA GeForce GTX 752 GB graphics card. I didn't really know a whole lot about graphics cards, except for the fact that I knew I wanted a NVIDIA GeForce, because I've heard they make good ones. And then I got 16 gigs of RAM, and I don't know what brand of RAM I got, but I knew that I wanted 16 since it wasn't that much more than the 8. And I run a lot of programs at once. Right now, pretty much what I run is the Elgato Game Capture HD, which I run at 720p, 60 frames per second, and I capture my footage. I like to capture my raw footage, and then on top of that, I run XSplit, and I capture the screen of the part of the game, and then I stream that to Twitch. So I'm running those two programs at the same time most of the time, and then I take my raw footage and edit it in After Effects and then Vegas. So I do a lot of memory intensive programs. Now maybe I can finally try some, you know, some computer games, because I don't really play computer games. I bought this super powerful gaming PC, and I don't use it for games. I use it to record games, but it works for me. So if you guys want to buy a PC from CyberpowerPC, not giving them a good review or a negative review. I mean, I'm not extremely happy with them. I think it's a good PC, but I think that they probably could have done better. The only other thing that I do like about my computer is it's clear, like almost all of them are, and it lights up blue, which I think I ended up paying like $10 to have it light up blue. It took me a while to figure out how to turn it on. I kind of thought maybe they didn't wire it right at first, because it took me a while to find the switch to turn the light on. I mean, I guess it's good that there's a switch where you can turn it on or off, but I just leave it on. I don't know if that's bad or not, but... So, anyway, I bought all this stuff pretty much to make better YouTube videos and to stream on Twitch, and not a lot of people watch me on Twitch, but that's fine. So if you do want to watch everything that goes up on YouTube, it was streamed to Twitch first. So if you want to watch, twitch.tv/iSydekick. So thanks for watching. I'll definitely be making a vlog soon showing my whole setup and showing my monitors, because I did get an Asus monitor as well. It's 1 millisecond response time, and I'll be getting a new mic soon, because that's the only thing I don't like about this setup right now is the Blue Snowball is no good. Thanks for watching. See you later.